Hello everyone and welcome. This is Dom Sigalas and I'm here at Innovation Road at the Yamaha headquarters in Japan, in Hamamatsu. And I'm really happy to show you today the brand new update for the MONTAGE OS 3. And this new update brings a whole new features to the table when it comes to synthesis on the Montage. So there are quite a few things that now are on version 3 and allow you to create sounds that were not possible before. So the first thing I want to talk about is the extended LFO. Now we have an extended LFO on the Montage, and basically what this allows you to do is go in incredibly low speeds with your LFO, so you can create really organic sounds. You can emulate the drift of the analog oscillators. You can change the phase, and basically you get a very unpredictable, very interesting and analog-like sound. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play a sound for you and show you how you can go from really low LFO speeds to incredibly high LFO speeds and create amazing effects. So I'm going to play one of the new performances on OS 3. We have great new performances. This is called the Polysynth, and it makes extended use of the extended LFO. So enjoy. So as you can hear, if you listen very carefully at the very beginning, you will hear a little bit of a detuning effect, a little bit of almost chorusing. But the interesting thing is that this performance doesn't have any chorusing. It's all about the extended LFO, and that's what emulates this oscillator drift and allows you to create those really organic sounds. And it always sounds like it's changing, it's morphing. And of course, with the velocity, you can get beautiful sounds. Now, the great thing is that the extended LFO not only works in AWM2 synthesis engine, but it also works in the FMX engine. So in this case, I'm going to play an entirely FMX sound. There are no AWM elements on this one, it's just FM. To add a little bit of LFO depth. Now more. So as you can tell, it's so unpredictable that you can create aleatoric effects on the montage using the FMX engine. You can create all these really, really crazy sounds and then go back to the beginning. You go back home to like a single chord. I love the things that you can do with the extended LFO. I think it's an incredible new feature. But now I want to talk about another new feature, and these are brand new effects. We have new VCM effects. We have the VCM mini filter, and this basically emulates a very classic filter sound from the 70s. I mean, it's called mini filter, so I think if I play, you will understand what I'm talking about. And the great thing about this filter is, A, when you close it, you almost get nothing. So it goes down to this, and then you open it. Now, B, the resonance is extremely versatile. You can go from very subtle or you can make it really scream. And then, of course, it can also self-oscillate. Now, it's a great sounding filter, but the great thing with the Montage, you can automate all these things. You can use, of course, the super knob to control the filter, but you can also use the motion sequencer, so you can create really interesting patterns. So this is the new mini filter. We also have the mini booster. And the next effect I want to talk about is the wave folder. And this is a great distortion type of effect. It gives you a very nice gritty sound, but it can also add harmonics to relatively bland sounds. So I like using it on drums. Let me show you. And I also love using it on basses. So there's a new performance on the MONTAGE OS 3. It's called Mini Sub, and it's a very, wear headphones if you want to hear those subs. But that's the thing. With subs, sometimes you don't get to hear the notes. So what I'm doing is I'm using the mini filter to get this nice kind of, creamy sound and this screaming elements of the resonance. But what I'm doing, I also have a wave folder, but I have it in a parallel channel. So what I'm doing is I'm retaining the low end, and I'm introducing the wave folder to add harmonics so that this sub bass can cut through a mix, and you can even hear it from small speakers. So now this, of course, is a great feature because you can use the wave folder in parallel, and because the Montage has so many different mixing capabilities, it's very easy to do, and you can introduce it with any of the controllers on the Montage. So another thing that I want to show you, going back to the extended LFO, is another performance, and this sounds like this. And you can have creative uses for the extended LFO. For example, in this case, if you've ever used one of those tape-based instruments, you know what I mean? You get this sound like the tape is detuning because of the pressure you apply. So this is emulated on this sound. It's called tapes. It's also on the new operating system. So now, everything that I showed you, of course, all the effects, like everything on the Montage, you can also use them using the external inputs. So let's say you have an analog synth or a synthesizer that doesn't have effects, or it's mono and you want to make it wider and you want to add effects to it, you can hook it up into your inputs and you can take advantage of all the DSP effects that are inside the Montage. In this case, I have a guitar right here, and I'm going to play this through the mini filter and the wave folder. And basically, I have plugged it into my input, turn it on, and now I have a performance where I'm controlling the mini filter frequency and the wave folder using the super knob. And of course, because I want to play, I just use the FC7 controller. So let's try it. So, this is the new operating system for Montage and MOTAGE6. Everything applies to the MOTAGE6 as well. So we have Montage operating system version 3 and MOTAGE6 operating system version 2. And these are all available for free for all users. New performances, new features. We have the pattern sequencer, really amazing stuff. So guys, check it out. Hope you enjoyed this. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye from Japan.